are finally back for Gen Challenge number 10 here. Our first local since 2020 where CP is on the line, and we have our final 8 players taking on the challenge of hopefully taking home like 30 championship points. I am Jesus Coronel, and this is my co-caster here, Tyler Dacey?
Dacey, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we're down to our final 8 contests, final 8 competitors. What do you think about this event so far?
Oh, it's been interesting. There's been a lot less balance than I expected overall at the event. I think a lot of people are shifting away from that after Portland. I think that it's been kind of a very weird PT coming back. Everybody's kind of experimenting.
Yeah, it's interesting. People are still experimenting at a local level, but there's CP on the line, so it's like, hey, if you get CP with X Pokemon when nobody expects it to, that's an accomplishment in itself for false play videos, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to have some CP on the behind one of those Pokemon, right?
And yeah, and actually, speaking of one of those Pokemon, we do have an interesting Pokemon lineup for one of our players here, as we're going to see our match between Giovanni Costa and Nate Ortiz.
I think this is a really interesting match because this is technically a weather war. We've got Pelipper on one side and Torkoal on the other, so I mean, you can expect to see a lot of jockeying for positioning with the weathers in this game.
Yeah, and we're going to see from Giovanni's perspective, we have Dragonite, Goldango, Great Tusk, Iron Bundle, Arcanine, and Pelipper for Geo. And for Nate, we have Armarouge, Indeedee, Torkoal, Maushold, Paragraph, and Camerupt?
Oh yeah. Camerupt's got a crazy solid rock ability, giving it the super effective reduction. And so like the Trick Room is going to be crazy. It's difficult to take down if you don't have like a really strong attack into it. Geo, however, does have, Hydro Pump. He's got Aqua Jet to pick off things with the Dragonite. So like, there's a lot of options here, I think, still.
I mean, I think Cortex is fine. It's very obvious to set up Indeedee Armarouge, but it's like, does Geo have enough spread damage to knock out the Armarouge, even if it does go a defensive terrestrialization?
He might. The problem is his spread damage is majoritively not very effective. You've got Make It Rain, you've got Freeze Dry. Really, you're worried about trying to knock it out in one move. So Tusk might be the best choice for that.
Yeah, you're hinting towards a Great Tusk Pelipper lead. It seems like what you're thinking right now.
Potentially, you might also save Pelipper in the back to turn off any potential sun as it's coming in. Try to save it to like counter the weapon. But we'll see. Yeah,
both players are locked in, and we are going to get underway here for our first top 8 matchup. This is our first quarterfinal matchup of today. Whoever it is, advances to the semifinals, the loser is eliminated.
Let's see what we're leading off here.
It's gonna be, yeah, it is Armarouge and Indeedee for Cortex. I mean for Nate, and
there's Great Tusk.
And Goldango, actually, not the Pelipper I was thinking. Here comes the Psychic Surge. Any priority will be blocked. Psychic type attacks boost damage.
Now I think that Nate's got to really watch out for this really strong spread damage combo here. Oh yeah, here comes the Make It Rain, and was that a Rock Slide I saw?
Oh my god, we've seen the Terra Steel plus Life Orb Make It Rain gonna come out. I don't think it's gonna knock out an Armarouge here, but both Indeedee and Armarouge have Trick Room, so I think, well, it might be safer to. Yeah, what do you do here? Because you're being routed by super effective damage one way, but if you try to slice away from the fire type, oh, is he a switch out?
A switch out. I think you
there's the Maushold.
You try to assume Indeedee lives this with the Friend Guard, right? And then hope that you don't get flinched by the Rock Slide to get the Trick Room off.
Yeah, we do see the Terra coming out from, I think it's just Geo. And here we go. It is the Goldango the Steel.
Terra Steel Goldango. This Make It Rain is about to hurt.
So he's banking everything for Indeedee to get this Trick Room, not Armarouge. That's what I was thinking. Like, who goes for the Trick Room? It is Rock Slide.
No misses.
No misses.
And the Make It Rain. Is this enough to pick up Indeedee through the Friend Guard?
I think this might pick up the Maushold, but I'm not sure about the Indeedee. No, it does not.
All right, let's see if we get the Rock Slide flinch.
Special attack drops for Goldango. Maushold will go down, no more Friend Guard. Wait, Trick Room goes off. Camerupt looking pretty good.
HP from the Life Orb, and the Trick Room goes off. All right.
If Nate has Camerupt in the back, this is a perfect position to bring it.
Oh, this is going to be the greatest Camerupt position of all time.
That Maushold did everything it could, and even if Armarouge comes in here, this wouldn't be a bad spot for it to be in either, because Armor Cannon can threaten a one-hit knockout, Expanding Force can as well.
I think that
it's Armarouge.
I think switching into Maushold and sacrificing it there was the perfect play, because you get the Friend Guard for that one turn to be able to get that Trick Room off. Indeed, he probably goes down without that.
Now, I have to wonder here. Great Tusk right here in our team sheet is actually seen, and on our screens, is Choice Scarf, so it's going to be moving super fast against these two slow Pokemon. It's like, what does the Armarouge do here?
Well, I mean, it's going to be going last for sure, so Armarouge probably goes for Expanding Force to take it off the field potentially, or maybe it prioritizes the Golden Go.
Yeah, because the Golden Go, even though it's at -1, did shut out Life Orb and his Terra Steel, so it's probably going to be a little bit of a dangerous seed to play against. Dazzling Gleam going to come out. Let's see how much damage it does with the Great Tusk. Not enough to do half its health.
So maybe with a Heat Wave?
It's Expanding Force coming out.
Prioritizing the Great Tusk.
Goldengo takes a good amount of damage, still is on 58. I still could see a Shadow Ball come in actually, because now we know this is not Choice Backs, this is Life Orb, now that you think about it. Well, there's a Life Orb on the Armarouge as well. Here is another Make It Rain.
Another Make It Rain.
This probably will not go to Needy.
-1? Yep. Alright.
Okay, so now it comes down to whatever Nate has in the back, which I still assume to be the Camerupt.
It's Camerupt or it's Torkoal or it's Fergaraf, right?
Yeah, it's only those three. And okay, Geo has Dragonite and Pelipper in the back. Okay, Pelipper's coming in, so that's gonna.
Here's the Camerupt.
Yeah, the rain's not gonna be beneficial to it at all.
Well, I mean, at least you're not shutting down the rain from Torkoal. So you got Camerupt at least being able to put a little bit more pressure on the field than Torkoal would be able to in this situation.
But Wide Guard's the thing you could do now because of the Expanding Force.
And since Camerupt is specs, you have to, you can't lock yourself into something against the Wide Guard.
And it has 2 moves that do that, and one of them is immune to Pelipper.
Yeah, which means you have to lock yourself into Earth Power. So
actually, 2 of them are locked in.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad situation.
Rain plus 2 flying types, not a recipe for success for Nate. And this is just becoming, what can Nate do, really?
Well, you gotta focus down the Pelipper, I suppose. Here comes Dragonite.
I mean, Armarouge does have Energy Ball, that's a positive. There's a Wide Guard coming in, no more Expanding Force or any spread attacks for this incoming turn. What will Pokemon do? We see Earth Power to be the choice to lock in, but he's doing it in front of 2 flying types. And we see Expanding Force come out.
Now you're locked into Earth Power for the rest of the game against 2 flying types. That Camerupt is not doing anything as long as these 2 Pokemon are on the field.
And now we gotta, just continually spam Wide Guard to be blocking Expanding Force. This Dragonite might actually be able to get a 1-hit knockout on the Camerupt. Actually, now that I think about it, nope.
Yep.
Nate just forfeits.
Yep.
That's a quick game 1 for Geo, and that's how you counter Trick Room, I guess.
Yeah, that Pelipper is the hardest counter to Camerupt I've ever seen.
This is the event that Camerupt gets CP in, I think, in a very long time, and it's getting embarrassed like this.
I know. I mean, if you look at the Torkoal, you've got 2 spread moves on the Torkoal as well, plus Overheat. So it's not like the Torkoal was going to be a better option. But we'll see how Nate decides to adjust for this next match.
If there is any adjustments, because we know this is a Trick Room matchup. It's just like, how do you get out the Trick Room? Because the first game plan did perfectly. You just had no weather control.
Right. You got to be able to force out that Pelipper earlier, I think. But I don't know how you do that without losing to Tusk.
Yeah, we're going to see most likely the same 4 for Geo, and it is going to be the same 4.
We'll see if Nate makes any adjustments going into...
Nate,
I expect to still see Armarouge.
I was going to say, maybe it could be Mouse Hold Armarouge.
Maybe.
Because even though you do take super effective damage from Rock Slide, you at least will be resisting Make It Rain or like redirect a potential Shadow Ball from Goldengo.
You could also potentially just send out Mouse Hold and really try to get the Friend Guard Trick Room without having to force a switch on that turn, so Mouse Hold actually...
That'd be interesting to see, to say the least, because we saw how little damage that Dazzling Gleam did to the Great Tusk.
Right.
Makes me wonder if Psychic would have been the better option. It's like pick and choose between Psychic and Dazzling Gleam.
Maybe you wanted a little bit of chip on the... this Dazzling Gleam plus Population Bomb, maybe pick it up?
Might have a chance, but there's Great Tusk's HP and defense are pretty high.
Yeah. Alright.
13 seconds left for Nate to walk in his team. He's really thinking about it in that camera. And he is locked in with 5 seconds left, and we're going to go to game 2 at this first quarterfinal between Giovanni Costa and Nate Ortiz. Gio needs 1 more game to advance to the semifinals. Nate needs to win 2 in a row.
Alright, let's see what kind of adjustments Nate makes.
What is Gio holding in that trader profile picture?
I'm not entirely sure.
I know it's like, okay, it's gonna be for Rigaraf and Needy.
Okay.
Okay, well, this is pretty much the same situation. I had to think.
Yeah, you probably just lock straight back into the spread move. Does Rigaraf have Trick Room? It does too.
I mean, Psy Shock might be the option here, especially with the Psychic Terrain in play. But it's just like, I don't know if this changes anything.
I'm not sure. Let's see what Nate's game plan is going to this lead.
I mean, follow me kind of makes no sense against these spread moves, but
Yeah, it looks like Gio's doing exactly the same thing anyway, right? You just go straight for that spread turn 1.
here we go. Goldango gonna go for a Terra Steel, make it rain with the Life Orb item. No switch up the mouse hold this game, funny enough. Wonder what it'll do here.
Let's see.
Follow me gonna be the choice here for the Needy. Trying to make sure that if we went for the headlong rush, it wouldn't work anyway. Great Tusk connects both rock slides. Here comes the Make It Rain. Will it knock out either Pokemon? Or both?
Let's see.
No, it does
Neither.
not.
Ooh. Let's see if there's a flinch on Rigaraf.
There's the Life Orb coming in on the Goldango. And there's Citrus Berry coming in from the Rigaraf. Gonna heal a bit more HP, maybe get a bit more leg room. Rigaraf flinch.
That's the flinch.
Yeah, he went for the Trick Room there. I think that might actually just be game over.
Yeah, there's probably not a good chance you can get back from this.
Yeah, unless it's just directly Armor Rouge, this might just be game over. It is Armor Rouge, so at least you're tanking the Make It Rain, but do you tank a Rock Slide?
Let's see.
Oh, it missed something. Did it miss the Rigaraf? It did not.
It missed the Armor Rouge.
Rigaraf gonna hit again. Another Make It Rain comes out, so no more Trick Room coming out from this for Rigaraf. But
Armor Rouge is alive and well for now.
it's still facing the same issue that he needs to get a Trick Room, but I don't think he can.
No, with another Rock Slide, you have to kind of hope for a Rock Slide function in this situation, right? Or a Rock Slide miss.
I don't know. I also don't know his name and brought the camera up this game because it's Mouse Hold. It is not Torkoal or Camera Up.
All right. Well, with the mouse hold on the field with the Friend Guard, there's a good chance that Armor Rouge can live through double up here.
Ooh, Protect the side.
Let's see.
We're seeing Rock Slide again from the Great Tusk. It goes into the Protect. Let's see if it connects on the Armor Rouge. This is going to be pretty tense from both these trainers.
All right.
Just connect the Armor Rouge.
The Friend Guard helps.
Make it rain again. Gio's just not caring for the special attack drops.
No, he's just going in. See, this'll Armor Rouge probably tanks this, right? Yeah.
Decently well.
Let's see if it flinches.
Special attack drop, and here comes another Life Orb drop. Will it flinch? Does!
Oh, it does. That's tragic.
Yeah, this is just a big realization of luck going against your way. Like, how is Gio secretly in Las Vegas at the same time as right now?
That's just how it is with Rock Slide sometimes, you know?
Another one connects,
Another
double
Rock Slide.
connects. Does KO the Armor Rouge. Crits the Mouse Hole too!
Oh no!
That's literally the perfect crit too! Make it rain again!
Single target, make it rain.
Is it -3 though, even with the Life Orb?
Oh, that
Just
still
lives.
hurts.
Will we see a flinch or will we see a Population Bomb? It's what I'm assuming is happening. It is Population Bomb into the Great Tusk. It's doing, oh my god, look how little damage that did. This is what happens when you don't have Technician.
Well, if you look at the...
I mean, yes, it's gonna do half, but...
I think that the Dazzling Gleam would have picked it up.
Oh, critical hit on a 9th hit.
There you go. That's actually pretty good damage.
Let's get all 10 hits thanks to that Wide Lens item, but you're down to a Needy that pretty much can't do anything. Yeah, I think this is over.
The Dazzling Gleam will at least pick up the... Oh, never mind. Not with that help.
The Toy Scarf only allows the use of Rock Slide, Gio. Remember!
He wants the Headlong Rush.
Professor's words echo. Don't do that.
Oh, here comes the Helping Hand.
Yeah, Nate's just needing anything to go his way. Great Tusk, will connect double Rock Slide. That is a
Nothing
quick
with
4-0.
great
Quick 4-0.
Wow. That was a game. That was one of the games of all time.
That was not even close.
Congratulations to Gio for advancing into the semifinals.
That is crazy, and this is just one of the sadder stories for Camera Up teams. You know, Camera Up relievers sadly are in shambles for this one.
At least he made top 8.
Yeah, at least Camera Up got some CP.
Yeah, we're happy to see Camera Up do well in any context at this point.
Yeah, it's too bad his Mega Form went away.
I know.
What do we make of this? I think, did we just assume that Gio had the perfect counter to this team, or was there like nothing Nate could have done?
I don't think there's much Nate could have done with the Pelipper in the back the whole time, honestly. I think the Pelipper was the perfect counter into this team. There's too much spread and too much rain, you know?
Yeah, a lot of rain. Torkoal didn't even come out either game.
Yeah. Does rain win the weather war?
I would assume so, because if they both sent out at the same time, Torkoal wins that, but if Torkoal sent out first and then you had Pelipper ready in the back, it does win out.
Yeah.
We are going to see Gio advance to the semifinal round. And
congratulations to Gio, yeah.
Yeah, and the last local, I think he actually went out at 8th last time.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about how things changed pretty quickly, and now CP is going to be rewarded pretty handily to Gio as he's looking to secure, if not for a day 1 trip, then day 2 trip to Yokohama.
True.
And we'll be right back, everyone, for our semifinal matchups right after this.
All right.